Hey, I thought of something else to tell you folks. If you have a lot of these bins, these types of compost bins, and they've got lots of airy spaces in them from the sticks, you're going to inevitably get mice, possibly rats, depending on what you put in them. I don't put anything in there that's going to get too many rats. And besides that, I've got a bunch of, I live in farm country, so the rats have plenty of food over at the corn bins. They don't need my little dinky backyard, but I do have lots of mice and shrews. But that's what I got Blue for. I don't know if you can see Blue. There he is. So Blue is an excellent hunter. I have another cat that stays inside all the time. She never comes out, but she takes care of inside, and Blue takes care of outside. He comes in and out when it gets too cold, or when the coyotes are active. And I also have a bunch of them in my chicken coop, mice. I've seen them. I see them all the time. They scurry in and they live in the walls and underground. They don't bother me too much. They can be a source of disease if they get too carried away, but if you keep the population thinned out, there's really not much danger of that. And Blue does an excellent job of keeping them thinned out. On top of that, I have a hound dog and an Aussie border collie, and they're both really aggressive hunters. I keep them in the house at night, but I let them run loose sometimes during the day, which is one of the reasons I want to get a privacy fence, so I can get rid of this ugly thing and they'll have more room to run. But they also eat mice. In fact, Blue, a lot of times, whatever he doesn't eat, because he does eat mice and rabbits, birds, whenever he doesn't have enough to eat, or he's eaten too much and he's got leftovers, he will proudly come up and leave some on the doorstep for the rest of us to sustain ourselves with, which I don't partake in, but the dogs love. The dogs definitely love that. So it helps to keep the food cost down for the animals when you do it that way. And I do the same thing with the chickens. The chickens will also eat the mice, especially the babies. If I happen to move something around here, out here, and there's babies underground, they're sitting there exposed, the chickens will come up and wolf them down. And they're like miniature Tyrannosaurus Rexes when they attack. It's pretty interesting to watch. And then on top of that, they eat a lot of the vegetables and stuff that I don't harvest. And I have such a surplus of vegetables. I don't have enough to feed my family yet for a whole year, but I've got plenty to give away for free to neighbors and family and stuff, because I mean, who wants to eat pumpkins year round, right? Or onions or potatoes. There's other stuff that you want to eat besides that sort of thing. But I got enough to give to the chickens. I don't give onions to the chickens, but they love the watermelon, and they will eat cooked potatoes, and they love tomatoes and my blackberries and raspberries. They love all that stuff. Peaches. They definitely will eat that stuff. So that helps to supplement their food supply. And then a lot of times I'll get a bare spot, like in the middle of the yard somewhere, and I'll just throw down some oats or bird seed, just straight up bird seed. I'll just throw it on the ground and let it grow wild like a jungle in the summer, which you've seen before in my backyard. And they live on that a lot during the year too. So it looks a little bit wild, and my wife's not real fond of it. She's real worried about the neighbors being not liking it. But honestly, I've talked to some of the neighbors just voluntarily tell me they love my garden. So I don't think the neighbors really care too much. They seem to like the natural garden. So I don't think it's a problem. But you know how some people are judgmental, and I live right next to a school, so we do get lots of gawkers that come. In fact, one day we had people stop. They were picking up their kids from school, and they stopped and got out and walked in my yard, and they stood by my chicken coop with the chickens, and they took pictures with my chickens, which I thought was kind of comical. So I mean, I didn't say anything. We see all kinds of crazy things going on and so do the neighbors. All the neighbors watch each other and what's happening, and it's kind of it's nice homey homey community. So I like that. It's only 300 people in this town. Everybody knows. We don't know each other. We know family that knows each other. So it's nice. So I'm rambling like crazy. Trucker has had too much coffee, so I apologize for that. But and it's such a beautiful day, and I wanted to share some of my garden and some of my insights on how to have a little Garden of Eden oasis from the world in your own backyard. And I really want to encourage people to do that, because it really does lift your spirits to get away from the stuff that's going on in society and just watch your animals and nature and listen to it in your backyard. It's beautiful. So God bless. Over and out.